Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Justine. If you are new here, and then hey, if you are not, then it's such an honor and a pleasure to have you back as always. It's been a minute since I last posted a video. I know I last posted my video last year in 2025. Don't remember which month, but I've been posting a lot of shorts out there. I would post more shorts than I would post videos, but currently I want to start focusing more on putting out more long form content rather than just making shorts. And most of the shorts that I have just been lip syncing to songs, lip syncing to maybe somebody else speaking or something, right? But this time, by the grace of God, I want to build something that will last a lifetime, if I should say. Anyways, there has been a lot of procrastination and a lot of laziness from me for the past few months, and I it has been really bad. But above all, even through the procrastination, it would really pinch me, the fact that I'm not doing the thing that I love to do. I'm not doing the thing that I feel so much drawn to do, because people start content creation for various reasons, or put themselves out there for different reasons that I have in mind. But for me, I would say this content creation particularly drawn so much to YouTube and long form content, because first of all, I love to speak. If you went through my phone and checked my phone gallery, I have like a secret folder that it's locked, and I have so many videos of me, I think since 2022, where I started recording 2022 to 2023, around there, recording videos to myself and speaking to myself, and maybe how my day was going on about life, or even just pretending that I'm on a TED talk. Yes, that's how much delusion I've also been. But yeah, and then sometimes maybe for particular seasons of my life that I would be speaking to myself about, just to keep it so that maybe when that thing reoccurs again, at least I have something to go back to, especially because I've lived it before, so I would hear myself and say, okay, this is what went down, this is how we got through it, this is what you're supposed to do. A very difficult season in my life, maybe I have a video where I recorded and uplifting myself and telling myself how wonderful and good I am, and it actually works. It actually works for me, because I love listening to myself, and every single time I listen to those videos, I look back, I'm like, okay, who is she? I want to be like her. There is so many things that I've learned in the past year, especially 2020, in the past year, which is 2025, where my growth really happened by the grace of God. I got to really understand myself more. I got to build a relationship with God more, not best of all because I grew up in a Christian household, but I got to discover Jesus for myself. I got to build a personal relationship with him, because I used to hear that, oh, you need to have a personal relationship with God, you need to have a personal relationship with God, but I really didn't. I understood it from just my mind, but it didn't really come from a place of truly knowing. When something really comes from your belly, if that makes sense, right? But by the grace of God, I remember I told him, for this year, Lord, I want to know you for myself. These were my exact words. I want to know you, God, for myself, not based off of other people's experiences of you, but I want to get to know you for myself. I want to experience you. I want to celebrate you in my own experiences of you, not celebrating other people's experiences of you. And he delivered. He delivered in the most amazing way. These things, these things about the presence of God that I have learned, that I really wanted to learn. These things about myself that I've learned, that I wanted to learn, about life, about family, about other people, so many things in general. By the grace of God, I have learned so much in a whole year than I have ever learned in my 20 something years of existence, and that's really amazing, and glory and honor back to God. So for the things and experiences that I've gone through, I also wanted to, that's something that I wanted to share with somebody, because I feel, not even I don't want it to sound like I'm unsure about what I'm saying, but what I have experienced and the knowledge that I have acquired through my own personal experience and also through reading, because I did a lot of reading. I read so many books last year, also through listening to podcasts. Oh my god, I don't think a day would pass by minus me listening to a podcast, and not one at that, maybe three, maybe two, or sometimes it would be like more, five, I don't know, depending. I really liked to, at that particular time of 2025, my knowledge, my appetite for knowledge was really insatiable. Ooh, that's fancy, insatiable. I really wanted to use that word anyway. Yeah, so it was really amazing, obviously, and I really loved it. And yeah, there's so much that I've learned and so much that I'm still learning also in 2026. So much that I have learned. And for me, the way things just unfold, when you start to learn, the way things just unfold in the most wonderful and beautiful ways, because it's really funny how you could write something down and then forget about something that you ever wrote it, and then maybe one day you stumble upon what you wrote and you see what you wrote. Let's say, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want to be this type of person, and it's like, I wrote this 2 weeks ago, I wrote this last month, and everything that I wrote, almost, I am that person. I have already started practicing or incorporating that in my life. So when they say it's really important for you to write down your goals or write down your thoughts, they didn't lie. They didn't lie about that part. There is just something about writing down what you want, rewriting it, even every day, though I don't do it every day, but when I get the opportunity to, or when I remember, when I sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I don't need to write it, I can just recite them in my mind. But for the times that I get to write them down, it's really an amazing feeling. There's just something about unpacking what is inside and then putting it out. So it's really good to journal. And yeah, I hope that through this, my YouTube channel, that which I have revived again, second time, let me just say this. Last year, partly one of the reasons as to why I was not consistent and stopped recording was, I think it was September or October. September, I guess. October, September, one of the two. I quit my job. I quit my old job, and obviously at first things were great. I was recording, I was posting Instagram. I started my new Instagram. Things were moving on well, but life started getting really hard. It's very difficult when you have been used to a certain routine and then you are adapting to a different kind of routine, which is like waking up and literally doing nothing or doing things that you don't actually love, like being domestic. I will not lie. I really don't like doing housework. See, no, don't get me wrong, I like to clean my own space, but there's just something about being in an African household. There's just something about being in an African household, especially when you're supposed to do something and then they tell you you're supposed to do something. I already know that I was going to do it. Like, just
anyway,
that's not the important thing. So yeah, I lost track. I was not in the place where I wanted to be. My mental health was not so good. My spiritual life started wiggling around, but by the grace of God, God works in very mysterious ways. By the grace of God, in December, I got a job opportunity, and this is where I am right now currently. Like I said, it's not favorable for me to record when I'm at home, so I guess we are going to be recording from my office space because it's a bit more private, it's a bit more quiet here, and there is better lighting, because I have like this giant mirror in front of me that lets in natural light. Much better for me to record videos here on YouTube. So I'm really excited to share my experiences. I'm really excited to build an audience and a community. Right now, obviously, I do not have that much of an audience, but It's just the beginning, right? I'm really excited about this journey, and I hope that anybody that is listening to me right now, or that is watching my video right now, that I hope for you all the best. Anyway, maybe you're going through your spiritual growth, or you're going through your personal growth journey. If there is one thing that I can tell you in this video for anybody that is going through that journey or that phase in your life where maybe you're beginning, or you started and maybe you're stuck, or you feel like you were in a loop of, I begin, I fail, that inconsistency kind of loop, right? If there is anything that I have learned, is you cannot perform, or you cannot go beyond the strength of your individual spirit. There is no way you can perform beyond the strength of your individual spirit. What do I say? If you have a weak spirit, guess what is going to happen? Your mind is weak. Your body is weak. Every other area of your life, you will not be able to perform and deliver the way you're supposed to. A strong spirit, even the Bible says it, the strong spirit of a man sustains him, okay? For me, I truly believe, and I have experienced this, and I can confidently speak that if you have a strong and disciplined spirit, every other area of your life, it's not going to be difficult for you to do it. And you'll ask, how do I build this kind of spirit? It's simple. Spend time in the presence of God. Build your relationship with God. There is just something about the presence of God that makes you a changed man. No man who truly goes into the presence of God and truly encounters the Spirit of God comes out the same. If you went into that presence, like you said, and came out the same, with the same thought, with the same feeling, with the same heavy heart, you didn't encounter God. You encountered a different spirit. I'm sorry to tell you that. Because there is just something about the presence of God that changes you. So if you feel like you're struggling or in a loop, you don't need to watch more videos. You don't need to watch more motivation things, or read more books on this or that. Honestly, I have a lot to speak about also that thing, and I would say I am victim to that, but I would speak about it so that somebody who is out there could also learn something. But my point is, seek God first, and then the rest will come. Trust me. Just trust me. The only thing you need to do is to work on your relationship with God. You'll be amazed at how the other areas of your life fall into position effortlessly. Every single thing that you want to be the best version of yourself, you want to be more disciplined, you want to be more focused, you want to be this, you want to be that. It's just picking that. There's a podcast I was listening to today, and this girl said that what did she say? She said something along the lines of picking that one particular thing that brings you back to base, something like that, back to base, or makes you or strengthens you or something, or fuels you, something like that. So yeah, if there is one thing that you can pick today, is to build a relationship with God. If you focus on building your relationship with God, you're going to have a strong spirit. Your mind is going to be strengthened. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to have more strength. Your faith, discipline, it's like you're going to be a machine. The things that you're not doing before, you're going to start doing them automatically. And on this, I will be expanding and talking more about it in more detail, by the grace of God, in our to come videos. But for now, I just wanted to, should I call it a comeback video? Anyway, I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're somebody that has stayed till the end of the video, thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate you, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like at the end of the video, and I will see you in my next video. If you have somebody that you feel like will resonate with the kind of content that I put out, of course we're going to be talking about a lot of God here. I think I've said that in almost every other video that I've posted before. God, growth, sharing ideas, knowledge, learning from each other, because I believe that there is so much that I can also learn from other people. Like I said in, I think, my previous video or the other video, that I do not speak as somebody that has arrived. I still have things that I am struggling with. I still have things that I still have to learn. There's so much growth that I need to go through, but I'm open, but I'm also open to sharing what I have learned so far. And yeah, I believe that it will be of help to somebody out there. So thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.